Welcome to Answers from Within. From the author of the All-Knowing Diary, Mind Lies into Truths that will set you free.
Hello everyone, welcome to Answers from Within. We are using our limitless intuition here to answer some of our biggest questions. In particular, Tamara's biggest questions. Hello Tamara.
Hi Daniel, how are you?
I'm good. How can we help you?
So this is kind of a follow-on from my last conversation with you. Last time we talked about my son and his teeth, and you kind of meant there was this bit about him losing his backbone.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then, and you, so, you know, in the end he was looking at me because I didn't have a backbone. He was wondering whether he could take his back on. And so we fixed his, and now I'd like to fix mine.
Oh, so we're focusing on you today.
Yes.
Wonderful, which is also like focusing on him. So we're going to be, and your other son, so we're going to be achieving a lot. Now, do you have a specific question, or you just want me to go into the backbone side of things?
Yeah, just go in there.
Okay, number one, if I celebrate my greatness, I will be left without any friends. I have this image of you with this little paper crown on at a birthday party with balloons everywhere, and you've just celebrated, and all of a sudden you've turned around and nobody's at your party anymore. This feeling of people don't want me to celebrate myself. They only want me to celebrate them. It's funny. It's the image of Cinderella. Cinderella was the one who was she was the shining one, and the sisters were quite the opposite. Yet they were the ones constantly putting themselves out there, or allowed to put themselves out there. And you are the Cinderella that's like, well, when do I get to be out there? When do I get to go to a ball? When do people get to recognize me? That's where your backbone is at. Does that make sense?
Yes, very much so.
Poor Cinderella. Okay, we will whip you up a pumpkin into a horse-drawn carriage, and we'll get you some beautiful glass slippers in no time. So let's see what that's going to take, all right? The first thing is to realize, it's going to sound a little bit harsh, but, you know, I know you can take it.
I can.
Since when on earth did anything about you require somebody else's approval? At what point did that strong, courageous Tamara need somebody's validation to recognize her own greatness? It's just not valid. And it's quite a joke when we're going to go into why and what that messed up logic is that's happening, the flawed logic. You believe if I celebrate my own greatness without other people there to support me, then my greatness won't live on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So there is this feeling of I can't sustain it, or more to the point, I can't believe it unless I have buy-in from other people. Now, the very need to have buy-in from other people to sustain it is the very reason you're unable to sustain it. I need other people to sustain it, which means you cannot sustain it on your own, which is completely the non-truth. It's only because you believe you need others to sustain it is why you've had a hard time sustaining it. Your belief in your own greatness is your belief in your own greatness. When I say your belief, I don't mean everybody else's belief is your belief. I literally mean it's yours. It doesn't, other people do not factor in that equation. You came in and you took on, and I'm seeing your father in this belief that, oh, we should, as human beings, look for others' approval, validation, support. We should. I don't really know why, but that's what I'm being told to do, so I'll go and do it. So I'm seeing when you're a youngish girl, even 13, 12, 13, you look at your dad and you go, hey dad, look what I did. And he'd go, look at you a bit strangely going, why are you showing me? And in your head you're like, I'm showing you because I've seen other people show their dad things or their mum things. I'm doing the done thing, aren't I? And so you almost taught yourself, untaught yourself, that's how you look at it, taught yourself to be more like other human beings, like other kids, other girls. When you had it right the first time, which was, I'm solid, I'm strong, I don't give a shit about other people's opinions. And you just ended up spending so much time around people that needed everyone's like to fluff them up, you know, pick them up and make them feel big, that you went, ooh, that's what I need, that's what I crave. That does magical things. I'm going to relate to that as if I'm that and I need that. The truth for you, for all of us, is actually other people are a colossal distraction from our own self-worth and our own self-belief. They have distracted us for our entire life. The irony is, if somebody judges you as she's worthy of my approval, it actually has nothing to do with how good you are. It's because you trigger something in them that they like about themselves. And they go, ooh, I like that. I like her. They're really saying, I like that in me. You showed me something I have in me. I like that. The same as when we see something in other people that we don't like. It's because we've seen something in ourselves that we don't like. It works both ways. So the I guess stupidity of needing other people's opinions is you're not even getting them in the first place. It's their self-opinion. It's not an opinion about you anyway. So we're chasing somebody else's opinion about us, but we never, ever, ever, ever get it. And it comes back to, well, why are you chasing for it in the first place when this is all about you're chasing your own high self-opinion? Why won't Tamara give that to herself? Let's look at that. If I give it to myself, I might be seen as arrogant, conceited. People might not like me. But let's knock through a few of those layers and get to some real truth, because that's a bit boring, I would say. So when we knock through some of those layers, if you let me, what we're going to find is I don't want to have a high opinion of myself because then I won't be able to relate to other people. I won't like other people. What do you have to say about that, Tamara?
Yeah, I I don't want to believe it, but I feel like, yes, that's definitely in there.
Do you like many people on this planet?
Not really.
No, and you're terrified that you won't like anyone. If I have a high opinion of myself, I'm going to see everyone as lesser than me. And I don't want to think of myself as a bitch because I've been called a bitch before. Haven't you?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, you have.
Yep.
And you don't want to be thought of as a bitch. So what we're working with here is this rock and a hard place. If I think of myself as great, I'm going to see everyone as less. Then I'm going to see myself as a bitch because that's what a bitch does. Then I will not have a high opinion of myself. So what's the point of having a high opinion of myself when I'm going to go through that loop? So let's knock out some non-truth. That's not really what you're afraid of. It's what you're convincing yourself, or I should say what you've convinced yourself that you're afraid of. What you're actually afraid of is that if you have a high opinion of yourself, and if it's not justified, and somebody calls you on that, you're going to feel like such a loser. It's the only words. You're going to feel like such a loser, you're worried you'll never be able to get back up again. What if I have a high opinion of myself and I was wrong all along? What if all those nice things my father used to say to me was wrong? What if I'm not so special? What if I'm not so gifted, so talented? What if I have to face that I'm a failure, a loser, like everybody else in the world that I've called a failure and a loser? How does that sound to you?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty spot on.
So what's the truth in all of that? All these little vicious circles. Why do you need a high opinion of yourself in the first place? Why are you chasing it? You never needed one. And look what it causes. You never needed a high opinion. You never needed any opinion. Not from anyone else and not from you. Because you, the real you, is without opinion. There's no opinion. So to try and have an opinion is exactly what disconnects you from the greatness that you are. Opinions don't come from that part of you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Truth comes from that part of you. You are either something or you're not. That's what truth is. It's not about opinion. That's what the mind does. The mind is full of opinions. Lots of different opinions. The human mind is opinion. It's just opinion. It's not truth. So, how are you ever to get a full grasp of your true greatness when you're seeking an opinion on it? It's the one, it's exactly the thing that disconnects you from your greatness, that hides it. It sends you looking over here. It's like, I'm looking for my greatness. And it goes, oh, you want an opinion on that? Go look for it over there. That's where you'll find it. Ask that person. But whatever you do, don't look over here. Don't ask this person. Because God forbid you find it. Remember, that's what the mind is like. Whatever you do, don't tell her where it actually is. It's always outside yourself. I'm feeling we've had a bit of a shift there, Tamara. Nice one. So the work you're doing now, there's a lot of what do they think about it? What is their opinion of it? Give me some feedback. Am I on track? Am I improving their lives? Am I helping them? Well, this is a really interesting opportunity because you're going to stop looking for them for, am I helping them improve their life? And I will look at myself fondly because of that. And you'll start going, the more I'm self-sufficient, the more I will naturally improve somebody's life. When we need from other people, that just flattens them. And I had this huge conversation with my son about this. It's like, constantly needing something from me. I need this, I need that. And I end up completely exhausted. It's taking. So here you are wanting to get validation that you're improving somebody's life, yet you're going, I'm going to take this from you. And then will you tell me that I've improved your life? You will be your own validation from realizing, you know what? I didn't take anything from them that call, from that session, from that training. I didn't take anything. Clearly, I'm changing lives. So no longer needing. So that's where you're going to get your validation from. Not whether they praise you and whatever. Oh, isn't tomorrow wonderful? You'll realize, I've stopped needing. I've stopped needing things from other people. Do you have any questions at this point?
No, you're going exactly where what would have been my next question. So yeah, go.
All right, let me see if there's any final messages to complete with you on. You don't need your children to validate you either. You know, we look for them. Are they happy? Must mean I did a good job. If they're sad, must mean I've done a bad job. And we look for cues in them, in their health and their demeanor and academic progress to show us how we've gone or how we're doing. And that is so taxing on them. It's so needy. And all they're left with is, mum and dad need too much from me and I can't possibly deliver. How am I meant to meet their expectations? To be happy all the time. To be healthy all the time. To get this right, to get that right. It just makes them a mental case, like we all are. So, because that's what we got. Our parents we thought we needed to get our parents' validation and approval. They were going, no, we need yours. And that creates this insane vicious cycle through the generations. So we've got to stop. We've got to be the generation that stops needing validation from our children. And that's the next big step for all of us parents, is to go, did I need something today from them? No. Bloody good then. Job well done. Parent of the Year award. And it's also to go, did I need something from them today? Yes, I did. Can I still love myself even though I needed something today? Yes, I can. Well, bloody good. Job well done. Tomorrow's another day. But it's showing us, Tamara, of the needs that we have in each day. When you ask your child, did you have a good time? Did you like the movie? Did you like this place? Did you like that? How was school? And you start seeing what you're really saying. Did I get it right by taking you there? Did I get it right by sending you to that school? Or are you going to be disappointed? Are you going to turn into an alcoholic teenager or some, promiscuous teenager? Yeah, that's what we're really asking. Are we getting it right? Or are we going to look back over this going, wow, that's all my fault? So what we need to look at in that moment is see that need, go deep into it and go, well, what's that about? I'm questioning myself about something from my past, my choices, my schooling. What haven't I resolved there? Did I make a mistake about this? So it's showing up, our needs are actually showing up what we need to address and what we need to heal. So it's not bad in any way if you see that you're needing things from others or kids. Just, it's a cue to go deeper with yourself, look at the truth, to heal it. It's just another level of awareness of, I had a need. We're used to looking at, if we have a reaction or we have an illness, it's time to heal. Well, now we're going to be looking at, what did I have a need for? I needed my son to smile at me. I needed my wife to greet me. Well, heal that need, because that's really powerful. That's going to go and show you something much deeper, and that's affecting far more areas of life rather than just needing a nod or a smile or something. All right, Tamara?
Thanks, Daniel.
You're welcome as always, and thank you for bringing that up for us all to look at. That was a big one. Big one.
No worries.
So if you have a question that needs answering, come along to danielanswers.com and remember to subscribe to be invited to my free webinars. I'll see you there.